Once upon a time, there was a man, and he thought that he was the unluckiest man in the whole wide world. If anything bad ever happened, it always seemed to happen to him. So one day he decided to do something about it. He decided to climb all the way to the top of Cloud Mountain, because he knew that at the top lived a wise old woman. And if anyone could tell him why he was always so unlucky, it was the wise old woman. So he set off. He travelled far and he travelled wide. And as he travelled, he sang a song. And the song he sang sounded like this. I'm so unlucky, unlucky as can be. I'm so unlucky, there's no luck for me. Hey! And the day came when he reached the bottom of Cloud Mountain. He saw a path wending its way up through the trees, and he followed it. After a while, he heard some growling. He would have felt really afraid had the growling not been followed by a wheezing and then a coughing. And out onto the path stepped a wolf. But it was a rather bedraggled, shabby creature, whose ribs could be seen clearly through his fur.
"Who are you, and why are you in my woods?" asked the wolf.
I'm the unluckiest man in the whole wide world, said the man. If something bad ever happens, it always happens to me. But I'm on a quest, you see. I'm going to climb to the very top of Cloud Mountain to see the wise old woman that lives there. Because if anyone can tell me why I'm always so unlucky, it's her.
"Oh, I say," said the wolf. "Do you think you could ask her a question for me too, please?"
What would you like to know?
"Could you ask her why I'm not strong, like all the other wolves? I'm always weak and tired, and my ribs are always sticking out."
Of course I will, said the man, and he set off to continue his quest. And as he walked, he sang his travelling song, which goes something like this. I'm so unlucky, unlucky as can be. I'm so unlucky, there's no luck for me. And he sang it a second time, so you could all join in. Remember to shout, hey, really loudly at home. I'm so unlucky, unlucky as can be. I'm so unlucky, there's no luck for me. Hey! Eventually he came upon a beautiful little stream trickling down the mountainside. So he drank some water to quench his thirst, and then he had a little sit under a tree for a rest. It was a rather feeble-looking tree, stunted and small, with very few leaves upon it. To his surprise, the tree spoke to him. Who are you? And why are you by my stream? Oh, me? I'm the unluckiest man in the whole wide world. If anything bad ever happens, it always happens to me. Oh, yes. But I'm on a quest. I am going to the very top of Cloud Mountain to see the wise old woman that lives there. Because if anyone can tell me why I'm so unlucky, it's her. Oh, I say, said the tree, its little branches shivering with excitement. Do you think you could ask her a question for me too, please? What would you like to know? Could you ask her why I'm not tall, like all the other trees? I never get any bigger, and my leaves never seem to grow. Of course I will, said the young man. I would be glad to. And he set off up the mountain again, and he climbed, and he climbed, and he climbed, and as he climbed, he sang his favourite travelling song, which goes like this. I'm so unlucky, unlucky as can be. I'm so unlucky, there's no luck for me. Hey! Well, now he was so high up the mountain, he was among the clouds. And then the mists parted, and he could see the outline of a house. It was a beautiful little cottage, it was, with white walls and a thatched roof and roses over the door. Absolutely gorgeous. It was so lovely, he just had to stop and knock on the door. When the door opened, he found himself face to face with a young lady, and she seemed very pleased to see him. Are you a visitor? She asked. Why, yes, I am, replied the man. Oh, come in, she said excitedly. And so he did. I haven't seen anyone for so long. I'm a bit out the way up here, aren't I? Would you like something to eat or drink? Oh, yes, I would, said the young man, and he went in, and they had something to eat and drink, and they chatted like they'd known each other for years. They got on like a house on fire. They really did. And the young man told the young lady all about his quest to climb to the very top of Cloud Mountain to see the wise old woman and ask her why he was always so unlucky all the time.
"Oh, I say," said the lady, "do you think you could ask her a question for me too, please?"
What would you like to know?
"Could you ask her why I'm so unhappy all the time? You know, I live in this beautiful house. It's in a gorgeous part of the world. The views are amazing, but I just always feel so sad."
Of course I will, said the young man, and he waved bye-bye and he set off to continue his quest. Up Cloud Mountain he went. He was nearly at the top, and as he climbed up and up, he sang his favourite travelling song, and it goes like this. I'm so unlucky, unlucky as can be. I'm so unlucky, there's no luck for me. Hey! Eventually, he got to the very top of Cloud Mountain, and there he saw
a cave with a fire burning just inside the entrance. He entered the cave, and he saw in the gloom an old woman sat in a rocking chair. This must be the wise old woman.
"I know why you're here,"
said the old woman.
"You want to know why you're so unlucky."
Well, the man nodded. Yeah.
"Well,"
said the wise old woman,
"the thing is, you're not.
well, the man looked confused.
Everybody has good luck and everybody has bad luck.
The wise old woman continued.
The thing with you is, you only see the bad luck. You don't recognise good luck when it's right in front of your face."
Oh, said the young man, so what you're saying is that I just need to recognise good luck when it's right in front of me?
"Correct,"
said the wise old woman. The young man thanked the wise old woman for her great advice, and he was just about to go when he remembered he hadn't asked the tree's question or the young lady's question or the wolf's question. So he did, and he sat down and he listened really carefully to the wise old woman's answers. And then he thanked her again, and he went back down Cloud Mountain, a big smile on his face. Oh, he felt so much better. He felt so much better that he sang a new song, very, very different song to the previous one, and it goes like this. I am so lucky, lucky as can be. I am so lucky, lucky's there for me. Join in the new song with me, and remember to do the big hey at the end. Here we go. You ready? I am so lucky, lucky as can be. I am so lucky, lucky's there for me. Hey!
Eventually he got back to the pretty little cottage, and he knocked on the door again. "Oh, hi," said the young lady, smiling at him. "Did you find out why you were so unlucky?"
Yes, I did, said the young man. All I have to do, apparently, is recognise good luck when it's right in front of my face.
"Oh, well, that's great," replied the young lady. I don't suppose you asked him my question, did you?"
I did, replied the young man. Apparently you're sad because you're lonely. You know, what you need is a friend, someone that you really hit it off with.
The young lady thought for a moment, and then quite shyly she asked the man, "I don't suppose you'd be my friend, would you?"
Oh, no, said the young man. I haven't got time to be making friends with people. I've got to go and find my luck, haven't I? And he waved bye-bye to the young lady, and he set off back down Cloud Mountain, big smile on his face, and as he walked he sang his song. I am so lucky, lucky as can be. I am so lucky, lucky's there for me. Hey! Eventually he worked his way back down to the beautiful little stream and the very sick-looking tree.
"Oh, hi," said the tree. "Did you find out why you were so unlucky?"
Yes, I did, replied the young man. Apparently all I've got to do is recognise good luck when it's right in front of my face.
"Oh, that's great," replied the tree. "But I don't suppose you asked her my question, did you?"
I did, replied the young man. Apparently you're not able to grow properly because your roots are being blocked.
"With what?"
With treasure.
Apparently a thief buried his gold and his silver and all of his jewels under the ground here many years ago. He never came back for it, and it's stopping your roots from growing." The tree thought for a moment, and then it asked if the man might dig out the treasure.
"You can keep it," said the tree. "I have no need for treasure."
"Oh no," said the young man. "I haven't got time to go around digging things up. I've got to go and find my luck, haven't I?" And he set off back down the mountain. And as he went, he sang his favourite travelling song, his new one, and it goes like this. "I am so lucky, lucky as can be. I am so lucky, luck is there for me." Sausage! Hey! Eventually the young man found himself almost at the bottom of the mountain, back in the woods again, and there, by the side of the path, was the wolf.
"Oh, hi," said the wolf. "Did you find out why you are always so unlucky?"
"Yes, I did," replied the young man. "Apparently, I've just got to recognise good luck when it's right in front of my face."
"Oh, that's great," replied the wolf. I don't suppose you asked my question, did you?"
"Yes, I did," replied the young man. "Apparently you're so thin and you feel poorly all the time because you're not eating enough."
"So what should I do?"
Yes, what was it? Yes, she said that you should eat the first silly person that crosses your path. And so it did. The end. What a silly man. You'll never catch me being silly like that. Well, I hope you enjoyed my story. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.